Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is our Super Reflex martial arts Super Reflex Scrapper, Silver Phoenix, who's level 15, and we are doing a mission for the Clockwork story arc. We are currently trying to find a captive of the Clockwork, who is in this abandoned building. We're in Paris Park. I came across this way just over the tops of the trees, and now we're ready to go in and see if we can rescue this guy. Shouldn't be too hard. The Clockworks are easier than the Vajaloks for sure, and we had a lot less trouble with them. So there are some clocks right there, 3 of them, and there's a bulletin board, so we have to look for the kidnapping victim. So here we go. There's a glowy right there too. Alright, so we took care of him. And our endurance is definitely going to get a lot of drain, because that's what electricity does, it drains endurance. But we shouldn't have too much trouble with these guys, because they're not that powerful. You can see our endurance and particularly our health bar is holding up quite nicely. And now we can research in the desk and see if we can get a clue as to this victim. And it says nothing of interest. Oh, that's right, we're supposed to be gaining experience in this mission. So let's go ahead and enable that, since it's every other mission, right? By the way, guys, we're almost level 16. We're going to be there in 1 bead. And we will get a new power, and also up to level 16. So far, so good. We haven't died yet. Not once. Came close several times. Especially in those Vajlok missions, I came close 2 or 3 times within a single mission. But for the most part, we really have been able to do well. And there really hasn't been anything that bad. A couple of close calls. Once we got our health all the way down to there, pulsating, like down to like 2 hit points, but for the most part, we've been in good shape. And we've been able to do this. So, that's good. Now I'm coming up here for the glowy. We're looking in the trash. Whoops. Got interrupted there. Nothing of interest. Okay. We're going to level very, very soon. Guys, look how close we are. Alright, there's another glowy. A whiteboard. We're looking for clues. Nothing. Okay. Clockworks. Alright, let's start hitting these guys. We gotta be careful not to kick them somewhere bad, like in a place where then we're gonna aggro more guys, because they're not that powerful, but still, we are not powerful enough to over-aggro with impunity yet. Oh, 2 misses, come on. Yeah, even against these guys, multiple misses like that can really hurt you. And we've leveled up, so now it'll be super easy. Level 16. Alright. So we're buffed. We can just go ahead and start attacking. They're blue, and we're buffed. This is gonna just make it really easy. Leveling always helps. In any mission it helps. Oh, I love just kicking him right over the balcony. I think that looks so cool. I used to go into Founders Falls. There were these snipers for the Nemesis that sit on the tops of the skyscrapers, and they have this really long range, and they just shoot people. They shoot heroes, and they just like knock down, and it's an area effect, so almost nobody has defense against it, and they just are so annoying, and people are going around the shops in Founders Falls trying to buy single origin enhancements and stuff, and they would just get shot by these stupid Nemesis snipers, And when I was like in the 30s, like level 35, whatever, I would, because it's a level 30 to 40 zone in Founders Falls, I would just super jump from rooftop to rooftop, finding Nemesis, and I would beat them up to the point where they were about to die, and then I would just kick them off the roof with a crane kick, and they would just go flying. I used to absolutely love it. I would just spend an hour in Founders Falls doing that just because it was fun, and I loved beating them up. I hear more glowies. Up, there it is. Right there. Whiteboard. Nothing. Okay, so we've got some doorway here. This is going to lead to an elevator, it looks like. So we can't go up the elevator yet because we still have these portions of the base to look, the sort of office to look through. It's funny, I could have sworn they said this was going to be a warehouse, not an office building, but okay. Yeah, this guy would have been orange to me if I hadn't leveled. So that shows you how it gets easier, right, if you level, because the guys that were +1 become +0, and the guys that were +0 become -1. So everything becomes that much easier. Nice. Perfect, just what we need. Got another beat of experience. You see how fast the experience comes. This is why I keep turning it off, guys. Because we gained a level, we already gained 1/10 of another level. And by the time we're done with this mission, we're going to gain like 3/10 of a level. And it's just too fast. You know, this one story arc would give us a whole level. And then there are other contexts we're not going to be able to do. So that's why I keep playing with turning it on and turning it off. Alright. Now at some point, it's not going to make sense to keep turning it off because the leveling curve changes and you can't, and then you can do your missions, get even the bonus experience, and you won't outlevel all your arcs. But at the low levels, it's just so much faster leveling than in the higher levels. You just got to be careful with that if you want to do all your story arcs. And one of the things is, too, guys, I have not been in Paris Park, and I have not been in the Hollows. The Hollows is like a semi-hazard zone where it's not quite a hazard zone, but it's not like as easy as something like Atlas Park. And the Hollows has a whole bunch of quests. Oh, we got a boss. Hello. Golem, his name is? Is that what it is? Golem, yeah. A Clockwork boss, so he's -1 to me, so that's going to make it easier. Yeah, so there's a whole series of storylines in the Hollows that you don't get from your normal contacts. You have to go into the Hollows and meet one of the contacts there, and then start the story arcs. And I didn't even go in there because I was so busy trying to get the Bonefire arc and everything. Right? So think about how many story arcs there are in this game. By the way, this is cool. So this guy, when he dies, he spawns these little tiny gears. They're not very powerful, but it's just like, you know, a little bit of a, what do you want to call it? A little bit of a middle finger to you as he dies. So one of the clues, one of these things is going to be the clue we need, I think. That'll tell us where the kidnapping victim is. And this is what I mean. At one point I was talking about how, you know, there are glowies, there are missions where every glowy gives you a clue and it says, so look for 4 things, and you find 4 clues out of 4 things. And then there are others like this, where there's only one that you need, and you have to find the right one, and all the others just give you nothing. I think there might be somebody hiding in here. Clue found. So I found a note in the locker that says CVX 1701 Junction RVB 0070. Interesting. Okay, I don't know what that means, but we'll head on out. And now we've leveled up. So we're going to talk to our contact and turn off the experience gain. So we got a clue. The kidnapped man wasn't there. They must have moved him. I hope the note you found can lead us to his new location. The note looks like it could be an address. So they're going to have to figure it out. Now she's going to introduce me to a new contact. This is Gary Denson. He's going to be for level probably 16 to 20, now that I'm level 16. And then available missions. Clockwork Captive. It's too bad you didn't get to the warehouse. You see, they called this a warehouse, but this is an office building. Too bad you didn't get to the warehouse in time to save the kidnapping victim, but at least he was clever enough to leave us a note. We take the note over to the city representative, so we gotta go to Alice Park. That's fine, because we got a level anyway. Now the question is, did we lose any of our contacts? We still have Karen Parker from Steel Canyon, and Trevor Seaborn, and now we've gotten Guy Denson, and these guys we did the story arcs for already. Okay. So now super jump, and back to Alice Park. So Bettis Hills, they named a lot of zones in here, like Guyman Woods, Paris Park. They named these things after comic book creators, which I thought was really clever and nice of them to give tributes to some of our favorite artists like George Perez. It's really cool that there's a whole zone named after George Perez. Perez Park. Alright, so we're going to head out, we're going to level up, and we're going to talk to the city representative. And then we'll see what the next mission is, and I'll decide whether we're going to continue or maybe stop for the night. But let's first go to our buddy, Miss Liberty. And again, the joys of Super Jump. It's so much easier to do this than to run. I don't mind, of course, that we did the vanilla experience. I did that on purpose. I think, you know, you appreciate something like Super Jump so much more if you had to spend 14 levels waiting for it than if you just got it at level 3 or 4, you know. Oh, and I need to sell enhancements too while we're here. I didn't even look at what else I might have picked up. None of these are of any use, so we're going to sell them all. And we're going to be over 800,000. That was our goal, guys. 800,000 by level 22. We're level 16. We also have some recipes that I don't need. So that, I don't need that. I don't need that. And I don't need that. That's resistance. And let's see, level 10 stuff I don't need. So I'm going to get rid of all the level 10 stuff. There we go. We now have 823,000 influence. And now we're going to talk to Ms. Liberty. And train up to a new level. Have I been earning prestige? I have not. Maybe you don't need it anymore? I don't really know. Alright, level 16. Train up to a new level. And so, this is the choice. Do I want Cobra Strike or Focus Chi? Cobra Strike gives us more crowd control. Focus Chi lets us do more damage. Oh, this is killing me because I don't know which one I want. And Warrior's Challenge is a taunt, which we don't need. I think I'm going Cobra Strike. Choose my new title. You've earned the right to carry a title. I really don't want that. Choose later. Away I go. Alright, guys. Now I'm going to try Cobra Strike and we'll see how we like it. We might be able to move Brawl completely out of our rotation. I'm going to put it one slot over just to get it out of the way. And now we'll see. So what does this tell me? Info. Damage. Wow, it does 51 damage. Costs 10 endurance. And it has a 75% chance to stun. 5% chance of 51 smashing damage to the target only against minions and underlings. 23 damage to target only used on firing brace, so we don't need that. So the question is, does it do 51 plus 51? Is that the crit chance? This is the same damage as... Oh, I didn't mean to remove that from the tray. I meant to look at the info. Does the same damage... 10% chance of smashing damage on a target only against minions and underlings. This must be extra? I don't know. It's not the crit chance. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it does. So we got to take our note to the city representative, and then we're going to go see how Cobra Strike does. And I probably should put I'm not going to put any dual origin accuracy enhancements on it because they're just going to wear off in a level anyway. So, your friend was right, this is an intersection. Though not of two streets, it's an old annex in the sewer system, so back to the sewers. Alright, let's call Athena. And Athena says, aha. So, the note did give us an address. Now we have an address. And we should be able to find the kidnapped man, available missions. And the Clockwork don't know that the man they kidnapped managed to leave you a note, so they won't be expecting trouble. Enter the sewage system and save the hostage. Okay, and it's right here in Atlas Park. So away we go. And now we're going to look for where it is. It's right there, and here we go. So I don't know how many parts there are to this arc. We're going to find the missing man, but I don't know if he's going to be there because we might have to chase him down a little bit, you know, from place to place until we find out where they're hiding him. All right, and I'm going to see how Cobra Strike works. And I don't even remember the animation for this. They changed this one too, because this one was the character pulled back the hand like for a second and then sort of and leaned back and then jumped up and like did like a little claw to the face. This is going to probably be a long mission. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's try it and see what it does. 63 damage versus, so same damage. Not bad. Didn't really do any stunning. That's alright. Yeah, so they cut the animation of that off from the way it used to be too. It used to be pull back, hit, and now it's just hit. But with that in our rotation, we can now do a lot more attacks in a row before we need Brawl, and we pretty much aren't going to need this at all. I'll still leave it for a ranged pull, but these guys are gray? I wonder why. They're only level 13. This must be a backloaded mission. Now that critted. Alright. And there's another guy. See how we're now using our martial arts attacks for everything. And we're really hardly using Brawl, and we haven't really had to use this. I'm going to put this over here at all. And once we get Dragon's Tail, we will not be using Brawl pretty much ever. It'll be off the powertrain. I thought I saw another guy. There he is. this. Nope. I really didn't need to make a sewage costume for her, too. Oh, we're gaining experience. No, no, no. We gotta stop that. No XP. I've been sloppy about that. Both of the last two missions I started the wrong way and had to change in the middle of the mission. I guess it comes out in the wash. Hello. I haven't noticed it stunned them. So it's become a much... Oh yeah, he is stunned. Okay. I was going to say it's become... It used to be almost like 100% guaranteed stun. Is he stunned? It's hard to tell with the Clockworks. It does look like he's stunned. It's hard to tell with the Clockworks because they're little spinny things on their heads kind of interfere with what it looks like. You know, it's because when you're stunned, there's like little circles that go around your head, but since their helicopter heads are spinning all the time, it kind of, you can't tell. At least I can't. Enhancements, what have we got? Nothing. Put these over here. So we need to rescue their hostage. Okay. And there is another boss, the Howitzer. Okay, let's start with this guy. I missed Focus Chi though, guys. I don't regret taking Cobra Strike. It does good damage. It's another attack. That's great, but I'm absolutely getting Focus Chi next time. And there's the prisoner. Alright, I think we should rescue him last. Much as I don't want to fight. Let's see, there's some guys over here. Let's take these guys out first. I don't really want to do the boss. I want to be careful about when we aggro the boss, you know. And it's a little dangerous to come down here, as you can see. Now we've got two spawns coming after us. Rather than going from the boss back, or from the prisoner over. But I just don't know what's going to happen when we rescue this prisoner, and I don't want to have to save the prisoner from the boss. So we definitely want to beat the boss, Howitzer, first. But again, notice I over-aggroed this spawn, and still no real problem. Right? I mean, my endurance drained, but I'm absolutely fine on hit points. It's weird, I received a spiritual essence from the Clockworks. Odd that robots would be spiritual. Alright, I'm gonna hit him from the side here. So why didn't I use Cobra Strike? Because I'm going to use it on this guy and try to stun him. Nope. Yeah, that thing used to work really reliably even on lieutenants, as I remember. Ouch. Okay, we need some practice brawler. That way he can't keep knocking me back. Okay, we got him. Yeah, he's gonna make little gears. Which is why I didn't stop and rest right away. Now we can rest. And then as soon as we're done with rest, we can rescue the guy. And then we'll see what happens, what the next clue is. So here he is. 1, 2, 3. it dizzy? Yes. No? Yeah, it's dizzy, it looks like. See, it's wandering around and not attacking. Okay, we've completed the mission. We got a clue. So it says, Lou says, when I rescued him, you must have gotten all the clues I left. Oh, thank heavens. They forced me to help them with their insane design. None of these designs should have worked at all, but somehow they did. I'm grateful for my freedom, but the Clockworks still have my wife and daughter, so there's going to be more rescuing in our future. Okay. We're going to head out, and I think that'll be it for tonight, guys. We're going to go to Alice Park 2. Alright. And we're going to call Athena Curry. She says, I never doubted that you rescued the mechanic from the clockwork. I still can't believe his family has been kidnapped too. It's just so horrible. How could any sane person do such a thing? So Lou was forced to help the Clockwork King, even though he couldn't understand the engineering behind any of the King's design? Strange. Where's the logic behind this crime? And then she says you did good work with the mechanic, Silver Phoenix, but your job isn't over yet. We need to find a clue that will lead us to his missing wife and daughter. You need to head over to Lou's shop and look for clues. That's here in Alice Park, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to go ahead and sell enhancements. And I also want to buy enhancements, but I won't make you watch that. I'm going to go buy oh no, I don't need, not yet. Sorry, no. Level 17, I'll buy accuracy enhancements. So, I think we'll stop here. And I'll see you guys next time.